What is Superiorcell? How did Group 1 become what they are today? How did Superiorcell do in C1 for the first time? Well, in this video, we'll be covering all that and more. This is the Superiorcell Group 1 May 2024 Clan War League breakdown. So what is Superiorcell? Superiorcell is not just a clan. It's a group of clans all tied together through Discord. We separate ourselves into different groups during Clan War League, and we base this on what the players want. Some players want to follow their competitive nature, and others want to play against the best players in the world. Some just want to have fun, and some want to earn ores. And all of these different groups work perfectly, as we can gather all the different types of players with other players that have the same goals in mind. In this video, we're going to be going over Group 1. How did this group become what they are today? Well, in order for this to work, we have to go back 5 months ago, to January of 2024. This was our first Clan War League as a group, and as a matter of fact, this was the first month that we had ever even had groups. This was going to be a trial and error system. This was going to take some time to get right. We were starting in Masters 1, and we all knew each other were good, but this was going to be a test to really see how good each other were. And to make a long story short, I can say we were all very happy with the results, as we had won relatively easily. And this gave us and the leaders of Superiorcell the confidence to not change anything for the next CWL. We are now in February. We are now in Champion League 3, and for some of the players, this was their first time ever in a Clan War League. There were definitely some nerves, but overall the clan was full of confidence. We knew we had a great shot at being promoted, but for some players, this was a rather rough month, and overall, we ended up placing 3rd. No promotion. We had basically just been humbled. Going into March, we were still Champion 3. We were no longer confident. We were hungry. We wanted revenge, and we were going to win. After some slight changes to the lineup, this was our 3rd month, and we felt we should be dialed in. And we knew we're better than Champ 3. We knew it. And we showed it. And after an impressive showing, we won. And not only did we get promoted, we got our revenge. And in April, we didn't let up. Champs 2 was tough. We knew it'd be hard. Of course, we wanted the win, but we just wanted to prove to ourselves and to Superiorcell in general, Group 1 is a group that isn't to be taken lightly. And we went in there and cleaned house. We won. And in an incredible fashion from all the players involved, we were promoted. That leads us to now. This is our very first time in Champion 1 as a group. And for most of us, this is the first time any of us have been here. For the remainder of this video, we'll be looking at one attack from each day in the Clan War League. Most of these attacks are Root Riders, as this is a highly competitive league, but I'll include one of my attacks, which will be a nice break from the current meta. What's going on, guys? So this is a live recording. I wanted to add that intro is basically a little bit of a backstory, as this is my first Clan War League breakdown video, so I felt like everybody needed to kind of be updated on everything a little bit, and I think we did that well. I hope it didn't sound too scripted. I did make a script for it, but we are going to start breaking down this Clan War League. And so the first thing to look at is the leaderboard, obviously. So we got 3rd. We started off super strong, and we were running in 2nd only a few stars behind Tribe. I think going into day 5, which is whenever we faced Tribe, I think we were only down like either 8 or 10 stars. And everybody had a great Clan War League kind of up until day 5. And then at day 5 was probably our worst performance. And then it kind of went downhill from there. We ended up in 3rd. The King ended up passing us. But we will go ahead and get into the first attack. And the first attack, we are actually going to be looking at Nut, who he attacked number 3. And the reason why I am showing each person's attack is because I just felt as if it was a good attack and that it was worthy of showing. So I'm going to show different person each day of the war, but I don't really know these attacks too well. I don't do Root Riders personally myself, but looks like he's starting off at the top side, just little funneling, get the siege barracks, and the siege barracks is super strong right now with that extra level, and then just heroes kind of funneling the 9 o'clock side and just sending Root Riders straight into the town hall. There's a lot of damage there, double fireballs, so his warden ability is going to be able to get great value. He has the healing tome on. Obviously it's all max, but he's gonna wait to take out this town hall, or for it to go down, or just before it goes down, to actually pop that eternal tome, so that he can get the max value out of that warden ability from that town hall blast. It really does a lot of damage. Overgrowth on the eagle is something that's super popular, and that king has some crazy pathing. He walked all the way into the scatter and is reaching over the wall to take out the queen, which it looks like he doesn't end up getting. His royal champion up, clearing out this scatter shot compartment, and the Root Riders are just kind of walking through this base. It's not really a whole lot to it outside of that. All that's left of this base is a couple of multis and the monolith, but he has 3 freezes. He just used 1, so not really too much of an issue, and he makes this one look pretty easy. So GG's to Nut, and we'll go on to day 2. So this is day 2 of the Clan War League, and in this one we are actually facing the team that ended up getting 2nd place, and we beat them pretty good. I believe we had let's see here. Oh, they had a 1 star. Okay, so yeah. So we had less 2 stars than them, but they also had a 1 star, which really puts them behind by quite a bit. So that is rough for them. But for this attack, we are going to be looking at Jojira, and I'm not 100% sure. I've never heard anybody say his name, but I think that's how you say it, is Jojira. So he attacked their number 15. So we're going to look at this attack. And this base is slightly underleveled, not bad, but it is a little bit underleveled, but the attack was just overwhelming. He does start it off here with these event troops. I don't even know what they're called. The kickers, I guess is what you could call them. But he starts us off with those. And if you look at the time, he put the first troop down with 1 minute and 45 seconds left, so a rather quick attack. So he starts off by getting a little funneling going on up top, and siege barracks down off to the 8 o'clock side, and really just sends everything straight in. One thing I noticed whenever I was watching this replay for the first time was his king and queen didn't get sent in immediately, and so I was a little curious as what the plan was. But he just sends his king into the town hall and gets an easy CC pull with the army, and takes out that town hall for free. So I'm assuming he was planning on pulling the CC with his army and not his king, but either way it ends up working out pretty good. These P.E.K.K.A are just getting some insane value, just coming down here and just clearing out this whole bottom side. This base is really, it's just crushed already, and he's at 60%. The base has 0% chance. It's Queen ability, RC ability, a ton of Root Riders, and here come the Hogs. So yeah, this was a, I'm going to go ahead and speed it up a little bit. This was a great attack by Jojira. And we will go ahead and move on to day 3. So now we are on to day 3, and some of my clanmates had asked me to incorporate my attack from day 3 into the video because it was a rather good attack. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. And I'm going to do a little breakdown on it before, because I did the attack, I want to kind of break down my thought process a little bit. So on this base, there is obviously a lot of damage everywhere in this core area, and then kind of off to the 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock side with this rage tower. There's a lot of damage. So I wasn't interested really in taking out any of this. It would have been great value, but I was interested in taking out this clan castle, the monolith, the multi-archer tower, the ricochet cannon, that and the scatter shot. That was going to be my value that I wanted to take out, and mainly the clan castle and monolith, because those are dangerous buildings. So what the plan was to land the fireball on the multi-archer tower, and I'll go ahead and show you what I'm doing. So the very first thing that I did was I placed down 3 barbarians to distract the enemy archer queen. And the reason I did that was because if I just placed my warden down, that's a lot of damage on him very quickly. So I placed those 3 barbarians down, and then the rage spell, and then the warden, and then the healers. And that allows my warden maximum protection immediately. So we can see here, he takes out the queen, starts working up towards the bomb tower. Now he's on to the builder hut, and he starts targeting the scatter shot. I have a lot of damage on me, so when I drop an invisibility spell, and now he's targeting this multi-archer tower. I'm going to put it in half speed. So he's targeting the multi-archer tower. I see it. I drop the earthquake. He is targeting this multi-archer tower at this exact moment. But watch where the fireball goes. It goes, the multi-archer tower was here, but it which he was targeting, but it went to the sweeper. And to this day, I still don't understand why that happens, but sometimes the fireball just goes somewhere where the warden isn't even targeting, even though that the warden is targeting the nearest defense. So I don't understand why the fireball acts like that sometimes, but it does. And at this point, I see that my warden is targeting the town hall, and I was just like, hey, a free town hall? I'll take it. So I let him take that. That is not what the plan was, but we adapt and we made it work. So now he's targeting that expo, and the jelly wears off, and so he's just targeting some trash buildings around. So I lure him over with my king, and I let them walk for just a minute, kind of cleaning up a little trash, and I start to set a funnel with a baby dragon and a few archers, get the siege barracks down, and at this time I realize I didn't put my queen in. So I get the queen in, and so she's going to clear out these couple buildings and wall break in, and now everything's going to push into this single and ricochet. I have a jump spell, jump it to give me access to the eagle, and then that other very high damage area. Now the single is locked on my king, so I drop a free spell, and at this point I have 1 rage left and no more spells. And so I started getting a little bit worried, because if you watch these healers, they start getting targeted by red bombs, and now my healers are gone, and I have a ton of high damage area left. But with the strength of these super witches, I was able just to walk through it. Not a big deal. I got queen ability and RC ability left, but there's still quite a few defenses. But like I say, we got these big boys coming out with the super witches, and there's just not going to be a problem here. All of a sudden, there's nothing left of this base. We got a Tesla farm and a cannon. That's it. So yeah, this attack didn't really go as planned, but it went good enough. And I mean, we have a crushing 3-star. I believe we still have all 4 super witches here. Yeah, we have all 4 super witches there, and um, I think all my heroes are still alive. No, King had died. That was the only thing. The only thing pretty much in the entire army that died was my king, and my healers died way early in the attack. So yeah, that was day 3. We are now on day 4, and head start. This was actually a big war for us to win. We won 42-41, as you can see, but this was a big war for us to win because head start had, I believe they had placed 47th in the world in April. So for us to go against head start, I didn't even know this at the time, but this was a big war, and I mean, I took it just as a normal war, and I guess there's a little pressure on us, but I didn't even know that. So we are going to be showing Vass's attack for day 4, and let's see, I think it was 9. Yes. And for this attack, he is taking Root Rider Overgrowth, but it's going to be a little bit more of that troll style base. He has the double invisibility around the town hall. So what is happening with the music? The music started freaking out. That was crazy. So easy clan castle pull. He dropped a couple archers and then let the clan castle come to him, and then dropped an Electro Titan, and that Electro Titan gets frozen, but she keeps on taking out the last 2 ice golems. So that was super good value in my opinion. Super smart play. This attack overall was super impressive. King comes down, takes out Ricochet Cannon. 3 o'clock. Queen and Siege Barracks take out Ricochet Cannon at 12 o'clock. And then Root Riders into the middle. And for what I have seen, this is the best way to approach these kind of bases, because you're not going to activate both of these invisibility towers at the same time. But what he does is a little creative. He leaves some of these buildings open. Like from this overgrowth spell, he only covered up 5 buildings. So that was really, really good placement by him. And what I'm not sure is, how did he not get this warden with that overgrowth? He's most of the way in there, but whatever. So really good placement by him. He allows these troops to target the buildings that are still able to be seen. The invisibility wears off, and then he goes straight for the town hall. A little bit early warden ability, but it works perfectly. At this point, this base is crushed. I mean, he's got so much left, and there's not really anything left in the army. The most dangerous thing is what he just overgrowth, which is a scatter shot and the ground expo. But this single isn't going to do enough work to stop this entire army. He's got a freeze, a rage, queen ability, RC ability, a ton of root riders left. He's got a bunch of Valks coming up at 9 o'clock right now. I mean, this base is smashed. So, in my opinion, this is one of the better root rider attacks that I saw overall throughout the entire Clan War League. And of course, I didn't watch all of them, but hats off to Vass for this attack. It was very, very good. And yeah, on to day 5. We are now on day 5. We are facing Tribe Gaming, and this is where things went downhill for us. We started this war off. Let's see here. We started this war off in a bad way. A 99% time fail, and it was so unfortunate because it was a great attack by Azer. Truck is actually who we're going to be showing, and he had the very first attack of the war only 6 minutes in, and he had a fantastic attack against Yo-Yo 23. And overall, our clan, we started out rough. We had a 99% time fail, but then they had a 96% time fail. Nebrax had a 96% time fail, and the base that he attacked was an internet base. Like it was not anything too crazy. It was a double invisibility base, and Nebrax time failed it. It was crazy. But the attack we're going to be showing is Truck attacking Yo-Yo 23, and let's get right into it. So immediately I'm looking at this base and I'm thinking, okay, this base looks rather simple, but Tribe Gaming placed 3rd place last month. 3rd place in the world in Clan War League. They are a very highly recognized, highly credited esports team, and they have some incredible base builders. So this base is clearly not going to be as easy as it looks, but Truck just kind of broke this base down and made it look easy. So he incorporated a jump spell into his Sui with his king, and just got some incredible value. He takes out that entire compartment there. Then he moves on to the ricochet cannon, and then goes to the ice golem. But eventually he's going to be targeting that queen and that multi inferno tower. Now he's sending the push straight into a Tesla farm, straight into the multi archer towers, and then overgrowth on the eagle to protect the entire army. That is a very common thing. Like I said earlier, very common to overgrowth those high damage areas. Perfectly timed warden ability, and now he's just gonna run around this base. RC and Queen run off towards the 7 or 8 o'clock side, and the rest of the army runs around towards the 3 o'clock side. And with this split, not all of his damage is being taken at one time, and he's able to slowly pick off all of the base. He's got a nice rage, a nice freeze, and this base is looking pretty crushed. He's still got his RC ability. I believe he had the hog puppet. Yeah, he did. And there's not anything left. He just used queen ability. Now queen has full health, and yeah, this is a fantastic attack, and against one of the best teams in the entire world, and against one of the best players in the entire world. So very impressive by Truck, and we are going to go on to day 6. Day 6 was another rough day for us. At the time, we were in 2nd place. Going into day 5, we were in 2nd place. I'm not sure after day 5 if we were in 2nd place or not, but we definitely weren't in 2nd anymore after we lost day 6. And day 6 was it was a bad performance by us, and it was a fantastic performance by Sudan's experts. So props off to them. But on day 6, I'm going to be showing Kyler, and Kyler was attacking number 13. And once again, we're going to be seeing that Root Rider overgrowth army. But this base, once again, it's that box style base, and all of these bases I've noticing are kind of being attacked in a very similar way. A lot of the time we got the eagle getting overgrowth, really just pause that constant damage being taken. You know, the eagle does so much damage, but now Kyler sends everything in very quickly. This base was beat by about in about a minute and 40 seconds or so. Early warden ability to protect his troops from those rocket loons that came out. And really, okay, so he doesn't use the overgrowth. I'm going to pause that. So he doesn't use the overgrowth on that eagle. He uses it on the scatter shot instead. So I guess he wanted just, instead of just using the overgrowth on it, he wanted to completely take it out. But that's leaving a lot of damage coming from this side here. But he just popped that warden ability, so he's going to have that healing effect from his warden for a while. He's also got them free spells perfectly timed right there. His RC is getting targeted by the enemy queen, so he pops that ability, and them hogs are just going to shred through that scatter shot. Meanwhile, the Root Riders and the rest of the army is pushing straight through to past this overgrowth area. And now we have a half health RC, a full health queen, a full health warden, a full health king, a bunch of Root Riders, hogs, some cleanup coming around that 9 o'clock side. And when that overgrowth comes off, this base is going to be wrecked. With that much power left, he still hasn't used king ability, which is very impressive. He's still got a freeze spell, once again, perfectly timed. And yeah, this was a great attack by Kyler. And yeah, I thought overall, as a team, we did well. Although, based off of the numbers from the rest of the days, it was not our best day by any means necessary. But on to day 7. So now we are on day 7, and they 1-starred me. And then they also 1-starred Geo. And they also 1-starred Kyler. Mr. Oops 1-starred Kyler. That's kind of a funny name. But they did not do 2 of their attacks. They didn't attack Alex, and they didn't attack Nut. So that was kind of a surprise to me to see a clan that is in Champion 1. And they just did not put up the same numbers as everybody else. They were 90 stars behind 6th and 7th place. So maybe they had lost some good players. I'm not exactly sure, but for the final day, we're going to be showing Reese plays, and on this day, he attacked number 7. So, jumping straight into his attack. Once again, we got the Root Rider, Overgrowth Army, and we're going to go and speed this up a little bit. He's doing some funneling with his super barbs. And then he sends King and Queen straight into the Town Hall. He's got the skeleton spell to kind of try to tank some of the damage from the hero that was there, the warden, the expos, the ricochet cannons. He knows that there's a ton of damage going in, but that skeleton spell will help him just a little bit. So Root Riders and Valks coming in from the 4 o'clock side, going straight into this high damage area. And Overgrowth, once again, not on the Eagle. I missed what happened up here. Oh, I think he may have put down a Siege Barracks. Yeah, it looks like it. To take out the Eagle. And then Overgrowth on this Poison Tower. And Root Rider's just pushing in. Overgrowth again. Okay, yep. And then, yeah, I mean, once again, this base is pretty well just crushed. He's got a ton of Root Riders. Root Riders are insanely broken right now. And everybody in these Clan War leagues, at this level at least, are taking advantage of that. I mean, we have to do the best that we can. And of course, everybody is going to. So, this base crushed. I do want to go over the results of a couple of our players individually, because we had a couple of our players have perfect Clan War leagues, and Reese just so happened to be one of them. So let's look at this. So Reese, who did that last attack, so he had 21 stars, 700% perfect Clan War league. Vass, 21 stars, 700% perfect Clan War league. Kyler, 4% off. Devastating. 4% off. Fantastic performance by him. Alex, fantastic performance by him. Hero, Jacques Osher, I think that's how you say his name. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, all of our team put up very impressive numbers. You know, I failed twice. I failed on day 5 and on day 6. Or no, I'm sorry. It was day 4 and day 6. And I was very upset about that. And but you know, we move on, and and we ended up doing pretty well overall through the Clan War League. Next season, I'd like to see us be able to get first place, be on that leaderboard. But something that I want to point out, a couple of very interesting things actually. So Tribe Gaming tied with Sudan's Expert. So with this, they do not, because they tied, they do not get the extra 10 stars for the war win. So if we come back over here and we look at this here, they are at 370 stars. They only got 60 stars for wins, but if they had won that war instead of tying, they would have been at 380. But instead they're at 370. So if we come over here and look, group winners, we scroll down, all the way down to 370, and we see Tribe Gaming. They got 18th in the world. But if they had won that war instead of tying, and they would have been at 380, they would have finished second in the world. Second or third in the world. They would have been tied. But instead, because Sudan's Experts tied them, they ended up 18th, which is devastating for Tribe Gaming. But with that being said, I do want to look at second place in group and see where the King finished, because so they finished 94th in the world for second place, second in group. And I'm not 100% sure, but I guess that there may have only have been 70 teams, like 70 different Clan War League groups, because then second place in group, it starts off at 71 in the world. So I guess there's only 70 Champ 1 groups in the world. I'm not exactly sure on that. And then one more very interesting thing that I want to go over is that on day 2, we had the craziest thing happen. So if we come up here to War Info and you look at War Events, Cart had a 97% 2-star. Okay. He had 54 minutes left in the war. But what this isn't showing is that we had a maintenance break during this war. We had a maintenance break, and there was 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the war, and Cart had not attacked. With 1 minute and 6 seconds left in the war, he had not attacked, and everybody is spamming him in chat. Everybody's spamming him in Discord. Everybody's trying to get Cart to see that he has an attack to do, because if he doesn't get this attack in, you know, Tribe Gaming, who at the time we really wanted to beat, they're only going to pull away further. So we were all devastated. Cart is not going to attack. Well, then with 1 minute, 6 seconds left, maintenance break starts, and I watch the timer pause at 1 minute, 6 seconds just before the maintenance break started. So I get on Discord and I tell everybody, the timer's pause. If we can get a hold of Cart, then we can get this attack in. And you know, I don't know how they did it, but Cart, he was asleep, and somehow we woke him up. And so we thought that whenever the maintenance break was over, we were going to have 1 minute, 6 seconds to get that attack in. But what ended up happening is Supercell had allowed us 1 extra hour to get the attacks in, because the maintenance break had messed up, you know, the Clan War League. So Cart ended up getting his attack in. Unfortunately, it was a time fail. I know he went in as soon as he was able to get into the game. He went into his attack, and it's unfortunate, but 97% is still really good. But it was just a super crazy situation that we were very happy that he ended up getting that attack in. So overall, our clan did great. Very proud of everybody. I wish that I could have done a little bit better myself, but everybody put up a fantastic performance. And I think next month, if just a couple of us step up and do better, we can win Clan War League in Champs 1. So that is the goal. That is my personal goal, at least. I know that this team is good enough. We're still new. We are still working out the kinks. But once we really settle in, I don't know if you heard that, but my cat is meowing. But once we really settle in, we're going to be such a strong team. So that's the breakdown for May 2024. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. This is the first one I've done in a long time. So I hope to keep on doing them, and maybe next time it'll be a little bit shorter. But until then, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.